Hello.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
Happy Friday. Happy Live Friday.
Happy Friday Live.
Yeah, either way around. We have no topics or anything, so I see some people in there. We can say hi to you in a second. But if you have,
Oh, in a second. You don't want to say hi now?
well, if you have things you want, topics, we can put those in there and we can discuss them. But yeah, let's say hi to the people out there.
Here we go. Hey there, Cruise Nuts.
Hey,
How's
Cruise
it
Nuts.
going? Always anxious to see these two. I talk to them twice a week, but love seeing them. It's a mom thing.
Hey, Mom.
Hey there, JT.
Hello, JT.
And hi, Stacy.
Hello, Stacy.
And Gina, if you're there.
And Gina as well.
Hey there, Eric.
Hey, Eric. How's it going? So, yeah, I really have nothing. Like, I don't know.
Because you've been playing video games all day?
Yeah.
That's where your brain is?
That is where my brain is. But,
hey, Marty, JT saying hi to you.
Oh, look at that. Wow.
So Marty's here with us tonight in her makeshift weird little bucket thing.
Her makeshift weird little bucket thing.
Yeah.
Gina says hi.
Oh.
Yes. Hello. Hello.
We need to get Marty like something cool that's appropriate. Like a funnel she can sit on top of.
A funnel? Oh, I see. When you said funnel, I thought like
that would be weird.
That you'd pour stuff in. I'm like, which?
I said appropriate.
Which I guess funnel can mean a lot of different things. Because why,
Two things. What's another one?
Well, like I think of a funnel that you would use to like, I guess it's more of a sieve. Well, a funnel that you would use to like pour a liquid into a smaller vessel.
That's one.
And then the funnel on the back of a Carnival cruise ship.
That's two. What else is there?
That's it. But
but you made it sound like there was like a lot.
I mean there might be others, but they're just kind of different.
Hey there, Jeff.
Hello,
how's it going? Man, that is a strong smell. What is that?
Bourbon.
It's real strong smelling.
Buffalo Trace.
Yeah. I don't usually smell it like I'm smelling it. I don't know.
You're extra sensitive to bourbon smell tonight.
Hey there, Les.
Hello, Les.
How's it going? Apparently that's what I'm saying. How's it going? I was thinking about you and Pat the other day. That's all.
Well, we're exciting.
We sure are. Everyone's saying hi to everyone.
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, we're going to Daytona to go to the big reptile thing in Daytona. I don't mean you, Marty, though. You have to stay here. You can't go.
You think she wants wings?
I don't know.
Let's see if we can wing the dragon.
JT wants to know what's in your cup.
Water.
Just water. And ice. Is there ice?
There is ice. There's
frozen water.
Frozen and liquid water. This is much easier when I can see what I'm doing. Put your elbow in.
What are you guys up to? JT says blah H2O.
Did I do it upside down? No, it's right. Okay. There we go. Of course, none of you can see this. There we go.
He's been dragonified. Dragonified. Marty looks like she's in a trance. Yeah,
she likes watching us, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe she likes watching herself.
Well, maybe.
She's
got her head turned funny. You're so silly, little
She's
dragon.
eyeing my bourbon now. She's like,
is she?
Can I have a drink of your bourbon? You can't have a drink of my bourbon.
JT is drinking Buffalo Trace and watching the live.
There you go. I'm drinking Buffalo Trace and sort of watching the live because I'm watching it sort of in front of me. He drank a gallon of water today.
Yeah, that's a lot of water.
How much water do you guys drink on a cruise ship? Do you drink water? Do you drink tea? Do you drink lemonade? What do you guys drink on a cruise or some other? I'm not talking about alcohol. That's a different question. But like, you know, what do people drink on a cruise ship? Like I don't drink water on a cruise ship unless it's like the bottled water that they just give you. I'll drink that. Not that I have anything against the water on a cruise ship. It's just that if you have given me the choice of tea, lemonade, and water, I'm not going to drink water. But
I drink water on a cruise.
do you?
Mm-hmm.
Out of like the water tap?
Out of the water machine.
Yeah.
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 I usually carry a bottle around with me to fill.
JT drinks way less water on a cruise. Stacy drinks ship water.
Yeah. Hey there, Paul.
Less bottled water. Hey, Paul.
Les says I used to drink ship water, but I swell up.
Oh, really? Interesting.
What are you looking at?
I wonder why that is, Les. It's interesting.
I love booping your nose. Because you let me. Well, we're real boring. I don't not a fan of diesel water.
Diesel water?
I don't know what diesel water is.
I don't know. Unless he's talking about the like diesel fumes get into the ship water or something. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, what are y'all doing this weekend? Desalination.
Oh, desalinization. Okay, so the desalted water. Gotcha.
Paul says, "Love the hair." Thank you. I had a little bit of my color depositing shampoo left, and I got tired of seeing my gross hair, so I did something. It's not perfect, but it's got color back in it, so you know.
Stacy says that people think desalinated water has more sodium, making you swell, but it's actually got less sodium than most U.S. city water. Interesting.
Interesting.
I mean, if my water is salty, I'm not really going to drink it. So, but I don't know. I don't know.
Question. What is it? Does anybody know anything about fiber optic spectrum TV connection? I don't.
Not really. I'd like to have fiber optic internet, but
we've talked about it. We might end up getting it.
Yeah, maybe it's available for us.
Maybe.
I've tried to get it in the past. It wasn't available. So perhaps it is now. I think the Helping Hands for Cruising cruise-a-thon went pretty well. I think they raised like over $5,000.
Yeah, something like that.
Or $5,000, something like that. So that's good. It's exciting.
What you thinking, Marty? Hey, Marty, we're going to the Daytona Reptile Show tomorrow. Do you want me to bring you back a friend?
JT has Spectrum Fiber, and Les signed up for it.
Oh.
Okay. JT's not a fan. Today's topic is cable and internet. That's okay. Not a fan of the cloud DVR system. 6K. Eric says 6K.
Wow.
Is that the resolution you get on your TV?
No. That's cruise-a-thon.
Oh, 6,000. Okay. Yeah, I knew it was like over 5,000, but that's great. 6,000. That's even better. Cool. Yeah, Paul, of course. Happy to help. Over 5,000, right? Yeah. I think there's 2 cruises planned right now for Helping Hands for Cruising.
Yeah, I think so too.
One in Alaska.
Yeah.
And the other one, like New Orleans or something like that.
I don't
Maybe.
remember.
I don't know.
Maybe something like
Something like that.
Les says, I've just been informed I'm incorrect. We just signed up for AT&T fiber optic.
But fiber optic, nonetheless. Optics with fiber. So it's regular. Is that why they call it fiber optics? Because the internet flows through it very well?
I don't know.
I don't think that's why, but it's kind of funny. Kind of works out. No, we're just sitting here awkwardly.
I know. We're real boring.
I'm sorry.
I can't really comment on fiber optic internet because I don't have it. So you guys chat away.
I know. Well, I don't know, but I think my understanding is that the upload and download speeds are the same with fiber optic, and that they are usually better than other internet provider processes. But I don't know. That's just what I've heard.
Paul says the only fiber we have in Arkansas is Fiber One cereal.
I mean, and that's also allows for a lot of flow. In Jen's office, 350 megabytes. In the living room, 500 megabytes. Is that upload and download, or upload or download? Depends on the provider. I guess that makes sense. I suppose that makes sense. It probably also depends on how much you pay, because they will probably restrict that if you don't pay them enough money. Averages about 700 megabytes a second up and download, Les says. Spectrum doesn't allow 500. I didn't even know Spectrum had fiber optics. My mom says, what did you do today? You were both off, weren't you? Yes, because I was playing football video games because Madden came out. So that's what I did today. I sat around and played football on the video game thing. And Kimbra watched a little bit, and then she painted some mini stuff.
And I read.
And she read.
And I napped.
And napped.
I did all kinds of stuff.
And Marty watched video games and napped. Right, Marty?
She was out for a little bit.
She basked a little bit in the heat,
I mean, I had her out in her thing.
Les says, I just love this cruising channel. Bright Hardy's back. I know. I don't have any cruising things to talk about right now. It's kind of sad. Like, we just paid like $30 to our podcast provider, even though we haven't been putting out the podcast. Because if we don't, if we cancel payment,
it disappears forever.
They just delete them. But to upload more, it'd be like 109 or something like that, which we have been doing. So that's silly. So we paid because I was like, I don't want it to just disappear. That's what happened to the Cruise Geeks. Wasn't going to pay for it anymore, so it just vanished into the ether. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. But yeah, I thought maybe we should start doing the podcast again, like for real. And then I thought, I don't even have topics to talk about in a live stream with cruising. I feel like I've just covered everything. And
well, I mean, we haven't been on a cruise since November.
Well, there is that too.
So it's hard when you're not like we have our cruise booked for November, but like for a while we were cruising 3 or 4 times a year. We did that for a few years in a row.
Yeah.
And now we just don't.
But you kind of run through the, things to pack, your favorite this, and it's just like.
And then you repeat.
Yeah. So that's kind of where we got to. So maybe I'm just lacking inspiration. I don't know.
Let's see. Les, Kimbra, do you and Marty both put on bikinis and sunbathe in the backyard? Yeah.
Marty does not wear anything.
She sunbathes in the nude.
Yeah. Yeah.
JT says, let's talk 2026. Well, it's a year and a half away.
It is an even-numbered year.
It's 4 numbers.
We're hoping to do a cruise with people in that year. But those cruises aren't out yet. So,
but actually, I'm gonna show you guys something that I sent to JT today.
Well, Cruise Nut says 18.
This showed up today.
Oh, look at that!
Coming soon.
Coming soon.
So
to a website near you. AT&T Fiber, I can download or upload 10 files of 4K video at 3.5 gigs each in 10 minutes. That's impressive. Yeah. I'll be editing the podcast this weekend. Work was crazy this week. Yeah, we did an interview thing with Stacy and Gina on JT and Jen's podcast. So that'll be coming out soon. That was good. That felt good doing that. That was fun.
Talking about cruising again.
Yeah, that was good.
Maybe we should do something, Matt. Like, instead of doing the hour-long kind of having like segments and stuff, maybe we do like 20-minute little episodes on things. Would you guys like that?
I don't know.
Would any of you listen to that?
We have to make like a long list of things so that we knew we'd have, stuff.
Well, of course.
So I think that's a problem that like a lot of cruising YouTube channels hit, though. If they're not actively vlogging cruises, like, you just kind of hit a wall at some point, and then it's like, but then there is something to be said about redoing the gold oldies, because you get new cruisers and they're looking for that information, and they're not,
and they don't want to listen to something from 3 years ago,
right?
They want to
or 5 years ago or whatever. Yeah.
They want the new updated stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. Yes, Paul, there is probably going to be a Fantastic Cruising Group cruise in 26. We are looking at that with very serious eyes to see if that is something we can do. But that is our plan.
Our plan and hope is, as soon as things come out, we're going to pick something, so that there is plenty of time for anybody who wants to go on this cruise, can and has the ability to book it and pay for it, because we understand that cruises can be expensive and people might need time to save up for it. So instead of doing something like next year, we're looking way out, so that anybody, has the opportunity.
Yeah.
JT says, I like long podcasts since I drive for hours.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Eric, 27 days till Dolphins versus Bills Thursday Night Football in Miami and Utopia of the Seas. The next day, come back and hit up Disney World on that Monday. Wow, that's exciting. That's pretty cool.
Oh, we could go meet Eric at Disney.
We could. I mean, that's, we probably should make sure he would want us to do that.
Oh yeah.
Before you just
I won't just invite myself
to meet people. But I mean, we've met Eric. But I'd like to watch a football game with you, Eric. I think that'd be fun.
Well, do you want to go to the Dolphins Bills Thursday night?
Well, I meant like on a TV or something.
Oh.
I mean, I'd be okay with going to an actual game, but I was trying to be a little bit more realistic, more realistical. Yeah.
Cool.
Stacy says at Paul Vines we have a team on it. Oh, is it on? Oh, okay, like a team working on it. I was confused because of the football stuff.
Paul said, "Heck yeah!" So I think he's in for the group cruise.
Cool.
JT says refill time. Eric says that would be awesome if you could. See, he was fine with us inviting ourselves.
It would be awesome. It would be awesome. I don't know if that's in the cards necessarily, but
what, to go to Disney on a Monday?
Oh, that. Oh, I was thinking about football, but yeah, Disney on a Monday, we could probably do that.
Yeah, we can take off whatever that Monday is.
Yeah,
we need to know what Monday that is.
We won't try anymore, Eric, but if you're interested in that, hit us up and
Yeah.
we'll see if we can make it happen. And if not, then we'll just assume that either you were busy or that you didn't. So that way it's no pressure. But yeah, we have Disney passes, so that's easy for us. We just have to get days off.
Yeah.
For that. So
as long as I get to see Duchess Kimbra tipsy, well, that's usually a given. At least once on the cruise.
At least once.
Um.
Well, and here's the thing, Paul. JT will be on there, so the odds of Kimbra being tipsy are greatly increased.
Yeah.
Under those circumstances, he is her enabler.
I was gonna say JT is definitely an enabler. Monday, September 16th. I'm doing the park hopper.
Okay.
Cool.
Monday,
September.
Oh, that's coming up real fast.
Well, I mean, he said 27 days.
He did, yeah. For some reason, I was thinking it was November.
I was too.
I don't know why. I don't know why I was thinking that.
I mean, I don't see anything crazy going on that day.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's a blockout day.
Probably not.
Yeah.
It's probably a good day to go to Disney because kids are in school.
I know.
It's not a holiday.
It's after Labor Day, before Columbus Day.
Yeah, because our passes run out when?
January.
January. So we do want to get some Disney time in before that happens, before that inevitable conclusion. Because we're not going to be upping our Disney passes. We're going to probably do Universal.
I actually might want to go to Disney next weekend.
Oh?
I don't know how you feel about that.
I don't think we have anything planned. Who knows, Les, what Marty is looking at? I mean, because, it's like...
Well, there's an Australian map.
It could be this side. It could be this side. It's hard to say. But this tail is kind of funny.
How it just sticks up in the air.
Good out of my teeth there. So
if we had Fruit Loops, hey, stop that.
I'm not pulling that off right.
You missed. You can see it.
Yeah, that's not
You're
working.
pushing her off, man.
I'm not gonna push her off. I could grab her by her tail, and she can't drop her tail, so it's all good. Obviously, this is stressing her out, though, so I shouldn't do it.
Obviously,
this lizard's under great duress, as you can tell.
Boop, 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 boop. Her tail's shedding, though. It looks.
Yeah.
You see the shed color?
Yeah.
Stacy says we're leaving August 22nd to go on vacation and then cruise on September 1st. Cool. That's like next week.
Wow.
Les says,
quick.
Matt, do you know where that tail's been?
I do, actually. I do. Mostly okay, but occasionally she's really, so bearded dragons do this thing when they poo. A lot of lizards do this, actually, where they kind of lift their bum up and their tail, and they kind of do a little shimmy shake thing, and then they move past it. So
they kind of push their tail to the side and move past it.
So that they don't drag their tail through their poop. Now, they're not always 100% successful with that, but they're usually pretty successful in that endeavor.
Your chin is really pretty orange right now. JT says we're looking forward to St. Augustine.
Oh, we can talk about that.
Okay.
She's getting good reception right now, by the way. So for Kimbra's birthday time, we are going to St. Augustine, staying there for 3 nights.
Mm-hmm. So 4 days-ish, plus the drive back and forth.
Right. But St. Augustine's a fun place to go to. Les, if you guys are you guys close to St. Augustine? We're actually staying there, but if I know we're gonna maybe reach out to Aaron, but also, if you guys want to come hang out for that day or something, let us know. for one of those days or something like that.
Oh, JT says move the antenna to the left a tiny bit, Matt.
Wait, my left or your left? This is my left. What's weird is that her head's not really moving. Oh, it is a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, St. Augustine. So I didn't tell you this, but I made like an Excel sheet with a list of like a lot of the things that we can do there with kind of details to share with the people going. So we've got a house with JT and Jen and then my friend Viviana. So the 4 of us or 5 of us will be staying in this house. So I've made this list with some of the things to do and the cost of it and whatever. And I sent it to them and I was like, so here's a list, add to it, whatever you want, make notes, put if you're interested or not, all this good stuff. Just because, there's some stuff that Matt and I get discounts because we work at the aquarium. So I've listed all of those. Viviana went through and put yes or no if she was interested.
Oh, did she?
She did. St. Augustine Alligator Farm, she put no.
What? Wow. I can use for you, Viviana.
I just thought it was really funny.
Not a lot of snakes there, though, so she should be okay.
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of funny. Little does she know, she didn't have an option on that one. Well, I mean, she doesn't have to go to that one.
She doesn't have to go.
But yeah, I thought it was funny. Let's see. Paul says, we got to get what's her name to go on the cruise.
What's her name?
What's her name?
I don't know.
JT says, I was already asleep when you sent it last night. We're down for ghost stuff and food.
But yeah, the ghost tour is really fun
Yeah.
in St. Augustine. I think, like, I've done ghost tours in St. Pete, Key West, and St. Augustine. And the Key West, the St. Pete one was really dumb. But the St. Augustine and Key West one were a lot of fun.
The little cool girl from Texas. Oh, Rebecca.
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be fun if she could go.
She hasn't been on here for a little bit.
Mm-mm.
She's probably working. She works a lot.
Yeah.
I did the ghost tour in St. Augustine and it was pretty dumb. Oh, I liked it.
Yeah, we liked it. I mean, it's all just, silliness. But
I was taking pictures and looking for ghosts in that cemetery.
Did you do the one in the where they take you to the wax museum and stuff? Because that's creepy to go into a wax museum
old jail
at night and the old jail. I mean, those are creepy.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
The Key West one, they take you to see Robert the Doll.
I was gonna say Albert the Doll.
And they give you these like little things. They're supposed to be like ghost detectors. Yeah. It's all fiction, but it's fun. And Robert the Doll is.
You almost said Albert.
Albert. Robert the Doll is creepy. So
JT says we've never done the ghost tours. It's fun.
It's fun.
It's just it's silly, but it's fun. I mean, like you said, going into the wax museum in the old jail is kind of creepy. Because like the wax museum, did we go to that before we did the ghost tour? Did we go to the ghost tour and then we went into the wax museum? I think we went to the wax museum first.
We may have.
I don't know. But at night, so you walk through the wax museum and they've got like hallways and stuff.
It's an old school wax museum.
Oh yeah, it's old. But at night they like have them all covered with plastic. So it's like as you're walking through,
I don't know if it's plastic or if it's like sheer.
I don't know. They're covered.
So
it's like you can tell there's like people. I mean, obviously they're wax figures, but it's kind of creepy to be like they could jump out and grab you.
It's very 1930s horror movie, I guess, is what it is. So, in fact, you almost feel like it's in black and white. But
yeah. Stacy said, I did the one that takes you through Ripley's after hours. That was cool, but the rest I would pass on. Oh, we didn't.
We haven't done one that goes to Ripley's.
Yeah.
Did they not take you to the wax museum and the jail?
I think that's Ghosts and Gravestones that we did. I think Ripley's has their own.
Oh, okay.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, because other than those places, and there's like a graveyard you go by or something, but it's
Did you guys do the scenic cruise? We have done the
we
scenic
did
cruise.
we did the
We did the sunset one?
version of it. It was fine. It was a river.
It was a boat.
It was a boat on
ride.
the river. At sunset. Nothing to complain about.
Yeah. The Pirate and Treasure Museum is one of my favorite things to do there.
It's fun.
It's small, but it's a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. It's surprisingly the Nassau Pirate Museum, I think, is pretty cool. It's very small,
I haven't been there.
but the one in St. Augustine is I think a lot cooler. But but you're not in Nassau, so there's that. No Jail or Wax Museum. Yeah, then that's not,
It's not the same.
it's not the same. I mean, I don't know if it's the same, but yeah.
Yeah. San Sebastian Winery is like, I'm planning to come home with like 5 bottles of wine.
You could buy that locally now.
Not port.
No?
Not the fancy bottle port.
Oh, the fancy bottle port. You get the port though, right?
It's not the same port. It's a different port.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Not the good port. I mean, the other
Okay.
port's fine, but it's not the finished
Okay.
in bourbon barrel port.
Yeah. There is also a museum of medieval torture in St. Augustine,
I've not been there.
which I went to and I thoroughly enjoyed. But it's very gory. But I like gory because I'm weird like that. But it's historical, probably a little exaggerated, but not completely. I'm sure there's things that are horrible that are not exaggerated in there, but yeah, I don't know if people want to do that, but if anybody does, I would be down for that.
Viviana put yes on that one.
Oh, did she? Oh, okay, there you go. That's good.
She put, what I can remember, she put no to Flagler College, which is fine.
Yeah, I don't.
No to the Wax Museum. No to St. Augustine Alligator Farm.
Wax Museum's classic.
I know.
There is a pirate brewery or something like that in Nassau. That if you go to Nassau and you like beer, I would highly recommend visiting that because it's got good beer. And in the past they have had like a deal with there's a guy that specifically, sorry, Marty, that kind of acts and works at the Pirate Museum. And when I was at the brewery, that guy they had us go upstairs because there was a group of us, and that guy came up and like told us like actual like cool pirate history while we drank the beer. It was really cool. But
JT said if we go to the winery, we need to go to the distillery as well. Yeah, they're right next to each other.
oh yeah,
So you go to one and then you go to the other.
yeah, I like the distillery.
Yeah.
Because it's free.
Yeah, and I think we've done the distillery and then the winery, because if you take the trolley, it stops at the distillery before the winery.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, they're a back-to-back sort of a.
Yeah.
There's also right on the main St. George Street. There's what's it called? Like City something or other distillery or something.
Oh yeah, there's
And they
St.
also-
Augustine. There's the gate or something like that. I don't know.
City Gate. That's it.
Yeah.
They do a tasting also.
And they do I think rum and vodka and moonshine.
Yeah, they do moonshine.
It's all right, but it's a fun tasting. There's also a hot sauce place that does tastings, right?
Mm-hmm. And then there's the, you call it, the thing where like they give you a card and you pay by pour. That's fun.
Yeah.
To drink. I mean, if you want to drink different.
There's a lot of good
stuff. Yeah.
A lot of good food in St. Augustine.
Hot sauce. JT said hot what? Hot sauce.
Yeah, hot sauce like
Pepper Palace.
Is it a Pepper Palace? There's another one though too. But Pepper Palace,
Mm,
I don't know if any of them do the thing where you like taste through the heat.
no, I don't know.
The Pepper Palace in Key West did this thing where you could sample the hot sauce, and then if you made it through the hottest one, they gave you like a little pin or something. So I made it through, of course, but
There's the kookaburra.
I don't think the one in St. Augustine does that.
The kookaburra,
Mhm.
the pies.
Yeah, they have like
Australian pies.
meat pies, and I guess they have good coffee. I'm not a coffee connoisseur, but
That one drink, I don't remember what it was, but we went in there for breakfast and the guy was like, "Let me make you this drink." And it was really good, but I don't remember what it was. It's HC's B-Day trip, so we're good with what she wants to do.
yeah,
I want to drink a lot of wine.
yeah. I mean, I don't really care what we do overall. It's just going to be fun to hang out with people in that area, have an occasional drink, an occasional food, and see an occasional thing.
Yeah.
I've done all of it before. There's also a steampunk store.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
If it still exists,
I don't know. I didn't look at that.
have any
I was
reason to think
hopeful.
it doesn't, but also a steampunk store, so I don't know. But it was really cool. So, steampunk trunk, I think it was called. And we've never done the fort there because the fort's kind of expensive. And
It's actually not.
It's not? Oh, I thought it was like $20 or something like that.
Let's see. I put it on this list. It is $15.
That's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what's inside of it, but I just feel like I've been to ports in the Caribbean and
the steampunk place is still open.
Oh, good.
Yep. So that's good. Let's see. We've been there once, but didn't get to do much. Well, we'll have like 4-ish days to do things.
Yeah, it's just a good place to hang out. It's just fun. It's just old and kind of neat. And there's just these little kitschy things along the way and stuff.
Yeah. Marty, you kind of look tired. She's got sleepy eyes. Sleepy.
Hey, there's the Uber Cruisers.
Oh, hey there, Ian.
Ian, we are doing well. We're boring, but we're doing well. So welcome. We're just hanging out with one of your locals.
Marty, is that who you're talking about?
Mm-hmm. Marty and Ian are locals to each other. So, although not, well, I think not precisely, but they are at least on the right continent and country. So, I think there may be different species that are, I don't know if they go close to Sydney.
I don't know. I mean,
I think there is a species.
Ours has wings, though.
Well, that's true. That's fair.
I don't think any of those have wings.
My mom says, don't forget the delicious bakery. Yeah, there's like crepes and baked goods, and there's a lot of little shops.
The mini donuts,
like
if they're still there.
Yeah. There's good pizza.
Prohibition Kitchen was really good.
Yeah, that's pricey, but it's very good.
It's good.
And they make like their own rum or something.
Yeah.
And they put that in their drinks and charge 3 times as much for it. But you're paying for the experience, I guess.
Yeah. So there's that trip.
There is that trip.
JT says, I do know there's a lot of Buffalo Trace up there.
Oh, really? Interesting. Okay. I guess it's closer to bourbon country. Well, and that's how I learned, and I've forgotten it, but about what is required to make bourbon. Because it used to be like something has to happen in Kentucky or something like that. I don't know. They talked about all that, and you know.
We're gonna play some D&D on Sunday.
Yep.
If Matt's ready for it.
I'm ready. I'm ready for that one. I'm almost ready for the Stacy and Gina game, but not quite.
Ian says, I'm up in Tweed Heads, New South Wales, Queensland's border. At the moment, visiting my father, who is not well.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I think that the bearded dragons, there's different species, so I don't know all their ranges, but like the central bearded dragon, which is what you are, right? Central or inland? You might be the inland bearded dragon. Your pagoda vidiceps, I know that. They're more inland, as the name would imply. But they're like Rankin's dragon. There's a bunch of different bearded dragons. In Australia, bourbon is a term for a whiskey made from a grain mixture that's at least 51% corn. But there's like rules about where it can be made or something like that. Like there's, which is just, semantics. But for it to be labeled bourbon, like there's, you can't just make a bourbon in Scotland, for example, is what I remember, something along those lines.
Here's a question that I've got for the people. Should I print this? Because it's funny. Let me know. It's not what I was actually looking for. I got distracted.
No worries, Stacy. I had started to work on that game and then I got sidetracked and I need to get back to it myself. So JT says yes, print it. Ian says yes, why not?
Okay. What did you say this bearded dragon is?
Pagona vidiceps. I think it's the central bearded dragon.
Yeah, I think so too. What was the other one you said?
Inland. But those are common names, so they might be,
Central bearded dragon, also known as inland bearded
Okay,
dragon.
that's
So
why I'm
that's the
confused.
same thing.
So that's the same, but there are like different species and or subspecies.
There are.
Oh, they're further, yeah, because that's further east than I thought. It's kind of central Australia, but
well, you can't see anything there.
Helpful.
Okay, so it's the green mark.
That's great. That's great.
I thought they'd actually be able to see something. Little did I know.
Just a white blob with a green splotch in the middle of it.
Oh. Did you see Darian?
No, I didn't.
Hi, Darian.
Hello, Darian.
Sorry we missed you.
Welcome.
I just saw that somebody else said hi to him.
Oh. And my mom says yes, and one for me. If it is central or inland, sounds the same. That's valid. That's valid.
Kimber, why are you showing a picture of a booger? Matt picked his nose earlier and we saved it.
It's actually a Rorschach test, but green. I see the habitat range of the inland bearded dragon. What do you see?
Marty. Why do you keep closing this eye?
The other one's not closing.
I know. I can see it in the camera. This one closes and that one's not. I turned off the AC because she was closing this eye. But apparently that's not it.
Well, so she's probably like sleeping on that side, but like watching the TV, the screen, because the computer screen is like, I know that's not very helpful, but like what she would be looking at.
Yeah. And she likes watching. We know that.
She's a voyeur dragon.
She hasn't moved at all, though. I thought maybe she'd try and run up to it, but
she's comfortable.
She sure is in her slightly too small box
I mean, that might be the right size for her, though.
with her tail sticking up in the air.
I mean, she does that anyway.
Yeah,
So.
true.
Yeah, well, that's
She's really bothered by that. I
you
can
can
tell.
tell. You know, obvious.
What if we go this way?
She's not actually real. It's just a wire in the tail. You know, if I bend it like that, it goes bend it like that, it goes this. She's like, I secretly hate you both. No, you don't. We give you worms and lettuce and sometimes banana.
JT says Marty seems pretty dang comfortable. Yeah, she's kind of living her best life, I think.
Yeah. This has become the norm for her to like just sit on her log and outside of her little cage and watch TV with us at night, or sometimes even sitting on the couch with us on her pillow at night. It's just like what she does now.
Yeah, she's calmed down quite a bit.
The cage is like her bedroom.
Yeah. And she this morning, as soon as we like sat down, she started like scratching at the window.
Mm-hmm.
So
She wants us to bring her out.
yep. It's kind of
You see what Les said?
no.
Does anybody have the hotline for bearded dragon abuse? just look at the chat comment like section of any reptile Facebook post. It's coming up magpie swooping season soon. Even though it's still winter here, I have seen a few magpies getting active as well. It is 27 degrees Celsius today, which is freaky warm. I've seen videos of magpies like attacking people. Is that where that is? And where you live? All named Heckle and Jekyll.
After St. Augustine, we have Mardi Gras 12/7.
Nice.
Cool.
How many days do we have till our cruise, Kimber?
Are
we in the 70s yet?
I think we're in the 70s.
Are we? Oh, I figured we were in the low 80s.
No, because we were in low 80s last
Oh, that's
time.
right. And we didn't do a live last week.
Yeah, so we're probably like 70, I'm gonna guess. 75. What's it say?
76.
Oh, so close.
So close. So close. 76 days. That's like what 2.5 months.
Oh,
roughly.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta lose some weight because I'm not gonna fit into any of my cruising clothes.
Jen's birthday cruise is the 12/7 cruise.
Yeah.
And Stacy's got 15 days.
Wow.
And you guys are doing back to back again? Right? Are we doing back to
I
back?
don't think there's September cruises back to back.
Nope. I was going to say, because your cruise is probably about 15 days too, but none of it's not back to back.
Now, Les says they have 77 days for their cruise on the Vista.
No.
JT wants you to get a refill.
You'll be at sea
After
during the same time we are. Then. Leaving a day later, but
yeah,
still. Probably not going to the same. Well, we're only going to one port.
Yeah, what is your cruise like?
Are you going to Cozumel? And will you be there on the? I don't know what day it is. We'll be there. November. What day do we leave on? We don't leave on our anniversary, do we? No. No.
You don't know when our cruise is?
Do we leave? I know it's in 76 days. It's like November. I know it's over the early part of November, but what day it actually leaves on?
Leaves on the 1st.
Oh. So there's it on the 2nd. So we'll be in Cozumel on the 3rd.
Mm-hmm. And Sea Day on the 4th,
Hmm.
and then we get back on the 5th.
There you go.
So our anniversary will be at sea.
Yes, it will. Lucky Stacy, yes.
Is that a dog or something?
That was some video game sound or something.
Oh, okay.
We are going to, however you say that, on. It's pronounced the way it's.
I'm gonna say Puckett.
Puckett.
It might not be that, but I'm not gonna say it.
I know I should know this, but on the 12th of September, and then 3 days after we get back, I am having a hip replacement. Fun. Fun. Uh-oh, our internet icon has gone low.
Phuket.
That's right. I know I just have forgotten.
I was close.
I've known that and forgotten it. You know, all the things I've forgotten. I bet everybody can relate to this. Like, if I could suddenly remember everything I had ever known.
Well, yeah, but that's like.
That'd be so much.
Yeah.
You know, I've forgotten so much stuff.
What's my name?
I know your name.
Just checking.
Yeah.
Although
no,
you
it's
didn't.
not just checking.
Although you didn't actually answer the question.
What your name is?
Yeah.
It's Kimbra.
Just checking.
Yeah, Kimbra Hope Shaver.
Wow, tell everybody my whole name.
I just did. I am getting old, JT, but this is not necessarily a product of getting old. Like, even when I was in my 20s, like, I had probably forgotten a good portion of stuff. Think about all the things you had to know for like tests in school. I don't remember probably most of that anymore. My mom says, wait till you're 77. Yeah, I know. It's terrifying. But the power, if you could remember all that stuff.
It'd be a lot of stuff to remember.
A lot of stuff. It probably would do me no good, but it'd be better at trivia.
Yeah. Alice says we leave November 2nd to Aruba, Curacao, Grand Turk, then back to Port Canaveral. An 8-day.
Trade ya.
Nice.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the Mardi Gras, but that's a nice itinerary right there.
Well, you want me to change our cruise?
Mm-mm.
That's good, because
you
can't.
I ditched so much it didn't matter.
It's so funny to watch her because this eye keeps closing, but that eye is very focused on the screen.
JT, I'm guessing that Les is going to be on the Carnival.
He's going to be on the Vista. He said it right there.
I know, but he didn't. I was trying to be impressive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wow, Matt. How did you guess that?
I remembered that. Mama Sandy, believe me, I know what you mean. Oh, Ian's going on Celebrity Edge, end of January. It's over in New Zealand now. New Zealand cruise, first time on Edge class.
Wow.
That's cool.
That's cool.
That's cool. I'd like to go to New Zealand.
I would too. What would you do in New Zealand?
What wouldn't I do? There's a lot I would do in New Zealand. Like, one, I would visit all the Lord of the Rings filming locations.
Yeah.
2, I would look for tuataras. 3, I'd want to hang out with the people there. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful country island, you know. So I would try and find the Thompson twins. I know that doesn't mean anything to you, but I saw them in concert once. So that there are no snakes in New Zealand, Ian, you're right. But there are tuataras, and there are no tuataras anywhere else on the planet or anything that closely related to them. So that's some cred right there. It's cold though in New Zealand.
Is it?
Cool, I think.
Hmm.
Cool to cold. Yeah.
JT says we've got Alaska and Hawaii cruises next year.
Hmm?
Those are big ones.
Those are
Yeah.
the two official island states of, well, no, Alaska's not an island, but it's separated from the continental United States. The two non-continental United States states, not counting territories like Dominican Republic and
Ouch, I just pulled
Virgin
my hair.
Islands and
That
stuff,
hurt.
St. Thomas.
Les says, wait, what? Somebody said no snakes in New Zealand? Count me in.
Yep, New Zealand and Ireland. Yep, I think it's just a little too cold for them there. I mean, there are snakes in Canada, though. That's cold. So. Ian lived there from
Here, I'll make it bigger for you.
1967 to 69. My father was sent there for a job. He worked on the tallest skyscraper in New Zealand, being 12 floors high. That's hilarious. I've watched some like New Zealand comedy television shows, which I thoroughly appreciate, but they're strange to Americans, but I like that humor. The flights to Honolulu will be about 13 hours without layovers. I mean, but look, the drive to Missouri is 17 hours if you go straight through, and you don't have to drive if you're on a plane, right? So that's not so bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Although I don't really like a 2-hour flight, so.
But if you were on like a 13-hour flight, like you're gonna have a meal in there, you could try and sleep.
Yeah, I don't know if I could though.
I don't know if I could either. I'd have to like drug myself up or something with
I don't know. Like
sleeping meds or something.
honestly, I think the longest flight I've ever been on.
Yeah, that's right. No snakes in Hawaii either. Weird islands.
Was probably to California, which was 4 or 5 hours. I don't know. I'm not really very good with flying. I can do it, but I don't love it. I can't sleep. I don't know.
But I've never been on a flight longer than like maybe 2 point something hours. So I never really have had opportunity to really fly.
Oh,
to sleep rather.
You haven't flown anywhere further?
No.
No, my flight to Vegas, my flight to California were longer.
I think St. Louis to Florida, or maybe Florida to Indianapolis, was the longest flight I've been on.
That's about 2 hours.
Yeah.
Let's see. Paul says, we cruising out of Tampa? Probably not.
Yeah, probably not. Probably Canaveral.
That's probably the plan, depending on what's available.
But we don't know that for sure. And if we go on this Margaritaville and it like changes our life, that probably won't happen. But
it could be interesting though.
We'll keep the doors open. But yeah, we're probably gonna go out of Canaveral.
Yeah. Let's see. Your mom says our Alaskan cruise was amazing. 2 weeks, and we wanted to stay longer. We said we were going back, but it hasn't happened.
Yep.
JT says it's 6.5 hours to California, then 6-ish to Honolulu. Ian says Australians are used to long flights. 14 hours to the West Coast USA. Phuket is a short flight, only 9 hours. JT's longest flight was 17 hours. Stacy's flight to Miami are 3.5. Your mom says Hawaii was an 8-hour flight.
From St. Louis.
And hey there, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
He says, trust me, you sleep because you need to.
It's only 3.5 from Dallas to San Diego. I guess it's not that far.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Sean, we told everybody that Helping Hands had a pretty successful cruise time. We heard 6K tossed around. And that was 17 hours on a C-130, not a commercial flight. I don't know if that's I'm assuming that makes it more challenging, but I don't know. I flew EWR to Singapore last year, close to 18-hour flight. Well, after 17 hours, we jumped like out of a perfectly functioning airplane.
Yeah, that's a lot of flying, and I don't want to jump.
No, I don't want to jump either.
I'll just sail everywhere I want to go.
It's a long sail, but I mean, it's pretty comfortable if you're on a cruise ship.
Right?
C-130, no business class on that baby. Yeah, that's true. I don't know. They might be all business, but no business class. It was an Air Force plane. There's nothing perfect about an Air Force airplane. Now, Les might argue with you on that, but yeah. 6K USD, not Australian. That's awesome.
Wow.
That's awesome. So what is that Australian? That's like eight grand or something Australian or something? Is that still where the dollars are in relation to one another? Doesn't matter. It should spend the same in either place, essentially. Didn't you love the toilets on the C-130s? Oh, see, Les has been on C-130s. That's why I said that. Yeah. I mean, the toilet on a commercial airliner makes me uncomfortable. So, but it's your second favorite aircraft, JT. So what is your first? Closer to 9K Australian. Okay. But does it equal out when you with like buying stuff? Like I know the dollar's worth more, but how does that translate into prices? Like if I come to Australia, can I have like $6,000? Would it be like having $9,000 in the United States and Australia, or do things cost? Does it even out by the price of things? Oh, there are no toilets on a C-130. Joke's on me. So you were on a plane for 17 hours and there was no toilet?
Maybe that's why they jumped.
I was going to say, no wonder you jumped off it. There must be some way to use the restroom. Is it just sort of like very manual?
Marty looks like she's struggling. You ready to go to bed?
Things do cost more here, and our wages tend to be higher normally. Our minimum wage is higher than that of the US. That's why I'm like, does it kind of even out? Just the number of the dollar worth is the same. Toilet equals a bucket on the C-130? Yowza. $9,145.62 Australian. That's awesome. That's a big enough plane for you found a corner to use.
I was gonna put you to bed, but I guess if that's what you want to do, I'll leave you there. She ran out of my hand to get back in there.
Oh. She's not ready.
Now I
yet.
get the butt.
Yeah, now I get the face. Right behind the Humvee, that was sling loaded. On the bucket, Les says. You.
My chair's making weird noises.
I think you definitely have an advantage here when you visit. Things like transport are cheap here, however, restaurants are expensive. Good to know. Bucket or a plastic bag from the PX. They're using all these terms I don't know, Marty. Is that the pharmacy? Isn't PX a pharmacy thing?
I don't think
No.
PX is pharmacy.
No. RX.
RX. There you
RX is pharmacy. Yeah. Hi. What are you doing?
go. Hey, Marty. Ready to go to bed? Say goodnight to everyone. Let's go to bed. Say goodnight, Marty. Good night, Marty. Doop, doop, doop. Doop, 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 doop. Looks like I'm shaking her much more than what I am. Doesn't it?
Post exchange. So it's the mail. Stacy said goodnight, Marty. My mom saying goodnight to, I'm assuming, to Marty. Yep, sorry guys, we're not very exciting tonight. We're just kind of nothing super exciting happening in the imminent future. Marriott in Sydney is 370 Australian dollars, including taxes. No, right in the middle of Sydney. That is pretty good then. If the Australian dollar is worth more than the US dollar, and that's in downtown Sydney, that's probably pretty good.
Is that a night?
I would assume so. But you compare that to like a large American city in a hotel, Marriott in one of those in US dollars.
It's about the same. I don't know.
No,
That's a lot for a hotel one night.
yeah, but it's in downtown Sydney, and that includes all the fees.
Oh, okay.
That's like $110 cheaper.
Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty good. Pretty good.
I'm
I'm just waiting for you to say
I
something.
don't know what to
We'll have
say.
to put a trivia together again, like we did. That was fun.
Yeah.
Ian says, also, here when a price is quoted, it includes all fees and taxes. That's nice.
Yeah.
I wish they did that here. There's no added extras. We always get confused and argue with shops when they charge us more for what was on the ticket. That's the way it should be. And you know what? I like your whole tip thing too.
Yeah.
I think that's how it should be here.
Tips have gotten a little out of
They
control.
have gotten way out of control. But even beyond that, like I would rather just restaurants pay people.
Yeah.
And know what I owe.
I mean, Carnival has started listing things like that.
Yeah. Les says, I would love to go to New Zealand and Australia. Don't know if I could handle the long trip. Now, at my age, I need a lot of buckets. Well, don't go on a C-130 though. I would say don't do that. You go on a ship. You know,
Let's do a
repositioning cruise or something like that.
okay, let's all do a group cruise to Australia and then just stay there.
Yeah.
I hear a plane.
I do too. All right. Well, are we staying on here? Because it's almost 9:30. I know that's early for us, but I feel like we're just.
You want to get back to playing?
No, I'm probably not going to play
Oh,
anymore
you're
tonight
not?
because
You're
we have to
done?
get up at like 7 in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to get up early.
Yeah. And I haven't technically eaten dinner yet.
Oh, that's
So-
true. Are you hungry?
I'm getting a little
Yeah.
hungry. I know, Sean. I know. I'm just like quiet today.
We've had a lazy day.
It has been a lazy day. Yeah. Ian says, so I heard they are going to stop taxing people who get tips in the USA. If you get cash tips, how does the government know? Well, that's the thing. For years, probably some people didn't report their cash tips, but now most of them are digital. I don't know. Yes, that's a thing. I don't think it'll actually happen because it's like considered income. But
Les says, I'm
I
for a
don't
group
know.
cruise to Australia. I'll be the valet, though, or somebody hire me.
My mom's saying good night and have fun tomorrow.
Les is saying good night.
Good night, Les. All right.
Yeah, I don't have anything. We're boring tonight.
We are boring. Well, we're going to go ahead and sign off then, I suppose, but thank you guys for hanging out. I assume Sean's going to be on at 10 down in the cruisers to go and check them out. And we will peace out. I think we're going to be on next week. Do we have anything that might, I don't know. We'll have to check and see. I feel like, I don't know. I need to check and see, but
Dolphins don't play on Friday.
no. But I feel like there's something.
Is there?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
We will probably be on Friday. If not, we'll try and remember to let everybody know. And yeah.
Have a good weekend.
Yeah.
Have a good night.
Enjoy.
Enjoy.
Mind the magpies.